There's a point you reach after the heartbreak where the worst of the shock has finally passed and you're still not sure who you are without him, but you know you can't go back. Moving forward feels like climbing a hill in your bare feet. This is a crossroads that you are at, and what you choose next really matters. You've survived the collapse, the begging, the replaying, the nights you couldn't sleep. That's all behind you now. But you still catch yourself drifting into the past or scanning for signs that he might come back. You still have days when grief drags you under, and other days where you feel almost normal again, but then guilt for feeling like you're okay. You start to see the patterns, the pieces of yourself that you've lost along the way, and it hits you that you can either keep going through the same old story or you can start to build something new. This is the really messy middle of long-term relationships ending, the part where it's tempting to collapse again, to blame, to close your heart off, but it's also the part where you learn the most about yourself, if you want to. When a long relationship ends, there are really only two directions that you can go in. You can either stay in the wreckage, analyze things, compare things, and start moving forward, or you can use the wreckage to build something stronger. Grief's always going to offer you both choices. The collapse feels familiar, it gives you something to hold on to, but growth, well, it's much quieter. It asks you to stop chasing answers and start listening inside of yourself about what's next. Moving forward doesn't mean that you are over it. It doesn't mean you're starting to live your life again. It means that there is more awareness now, more honesty now, and a little bit more self-respect. When you get to this messy middle, you're going to need some strategies. So here's some stuff that really helps in this middle stage where it feels like one forward, two back. You know, when you're feeling like you're looping through things, say it to yourself out loud. This is the past pulling me in. And then take some deep breaths and stay where you are. Notice what's happening right now, exactly where you are. Try and rebuild a rhythm to your life. Start small. It doesn't have to be anything big, but have a normal, balanced kind of morning routine. Maybe you have lunch every day and you try and eat it outside, or you just plan one thing each week that is just for you. Sit down and spend some time reflecting. What has this taught you? Not about him, but about you. What did you tolerate in the relationship that maybe next time you want to do differently? Do not forget to let people in. Connection is medicine for us humans. Come and join one of my live chats on a Thursday. Comment here if you like. I always try and read the comments. Talk to other women who really understand it. Close friends, people who get it. Don't forget that you decide where your worth is at and that you are worth the effort. Healing is not a feeling. It is a complete process. It's a decision you have to make over and over and over again. You've already done the hardest part, the most painful part. You've survived what you thought would absolutely not be possible. And now that you've moved through that, it's time to rise up. You won't do this perfectly. You're probably not going to do it quickly. But try to do this as honestly as you can with yourself. You don't need to know where you're headed right now. You just need to keep moving in a direction. If you'd like more support, if you feel like you can't do this by yourself, please go over to my store. It's up at the top of the page and grab my survival guide. If you feel like you want more in-depth help, then you can book a one-on-one session with me or come along to my Thursday chats. Like I said, they're live every single Thursday. I answer as many questions as I possibly can on YouTube. And of course, you'll be surrounded by a community of women who really understand where you're at. No matter what happens, I want you to know that this is part of it. This process where you are right now will feel sometimes one forward, two back. You are going in the right direction. Take the best care of yourself.